just before we kick this off, we actually just finished designing a medical device that allows for the vasculature of a mouse to be imaged with a very special microscope.
Okay.
For the purpose of understanding, opportunities to help people who have, blood diseases.
Yeah.
And we're really excited about the fact that we just sent that out to our friend at the U, who's doing all the 3D printing, and that'll actually be used in the laboratory later today and tomorrow.
Nice. Wow. So lots of synchronicity with that medical focus, for example, and the benefit. We've got TRAVLA on the camera too now. Hey, TRAVLA. You are about to go on tour with the bus. How did that come about? I understand it has something to do with the Baptist church event that just happened in Dinkytown. So what was the event?
The event was more for a kindness awareness.
Kindness awareness.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. TRAVLA, you've been finessing.
I've been finessing.
That's what, as you highlight in one of your songs. You've been taking your time with all the shit that you're doing, and
correct.
now the time is, which is another reference to the song Time, and now is the time to collaborate. And I think it's a really fitting collaboration. There's a lot of overlap, I think, between the ethos of CoCreateX and of TRAVLA. So let's focus on positivity for a moment. With CoCreateX, there's this focus on thank yous. Thank yous are really important in general, but what does that mean in the context of CoCreateX?
Sure, good question. So what it really means is, it's really, the thank you is about recognizing people for the goodwill and for the help that they give, so generously. And so, we actually started here in St. Paul in 2013. I bought a house in the St. Paul area just up on the river bluff by Metro State University. And ultimately, we observed in this environment that we were building a culture of people helping each other and saying thank you to complete projects. What we've kind of learned is that, if you are a person who helps people and says thank you, you're basically living the fundamental culture that is necessary to build community.
So I think there's loads of overlap between the focus of the TRAVLA songs and the ethos of CoCreateX. I mean, to begin with, the fact that you're called TRAVLA and you're going to go on the bus.
It is pretty serendipitous.
That's good.
We did not pre-plan that.
You didn't choose the name TRAVLA because of the bus.
No.
Regarding the culture of gratitude and perhaps things that are not that, it's interesting how you're grappling with that in your music. There's lyrics like in Move Around, jealousy is an evil trait. There's lots of chitter chatter. Yeah, so there's all this negativity. Could you talk a bit more about navigating between a kind of culture of negativity and trying to forge positivity and gratitude?
Yeah, I mean, it's a difficult task for the most part, just trying to cultivate the positive energy and the centership, as we continue to, network with each other. So I'm basically like going through all of these different struggles of survival, and I'm like, okay, well, I can't let this stuff bury me or negate me from wherever I'm trying to, go in life. So I have to somehow push it forward or push it behind me and move forward with positive energy.
The things that's so remarkable is every time I hear, what you've said, TRAVLA, and what you say, it sparks such emotion in myself on the basis of my own experiences. So many people, try and tell you what's wrong with what you're doing.
Yeah.
And try and evoke maybe a sort of sense of insecurity and a feeling of fear, such that, you might be going down a wrong path.
Yeah.
And they can kind of help you go down the right path. What we're trying to help people to understand is that, positivity can be a successful sales tactic, right? A means by which to engage people and get them excited about, working with you, as opposed to just saying, where you're headed is not going to work out well unless you, work with me.
Right.
But instead, they could say, that's awesome. We love what you're doing. You're doing a great job. Let us help you. And when we develop and express a culture of always thanking people, the result then is that, we build trust with those, so that they know that they're going to, be successful in the interaction.
Yeah, instead of like, you have to work with me, I'm the only person that can make it work. Like, you're saying, there's this community where there's loads of people that can help you, and let's just connect you with them.
Absolutely.
Let's see what's happening behind us.
Yeah, and here's the community with loads of people.
Hello, lots of kids.
Hey, everybody.
Hi.
Are you excited to be on the CoCreateX bus?
Yeah.
Yes.
So what is everybody doing today?
We are learning all about becoming an entrepreneur and all about ways to different ways to work and different jobs to have.
Oh, wow.
So this is really cool.
So what's standing out to you guys as some of the things that you'd like to do in your life?
Helping animals better underwater.
Helping animals, yep.
Nice.
Stuff.
Cleaning up the ocean.
Yeah, cleaning up.
Yep.
So actually for you, and this is just an example of the power of community, so we actually have a community member named Nick. He's actually one of our co-founders, and he builds underwater autonomous robots. And so if you want to understand and explore the depths of, the lakes of Minnesota, we should get you connected with Nick to ultimately, see if you can see some of the things that he's done with his robot.
Okay.
That sounds pretty cool. One final lyric that strikes me as really relevant in, I think, the song Up Again, it's a celebration because we're unifying worlds. I mean, that's exactly what CoCreateX is doing. That's what's happening on this bus right at this moment. And that's what's going to be happening tomorrow. Just quickly, at the event tomorrow, people will be able to come on the bus.
Yeah, absolutely.
How will the bus be involved in the event tomorrow?
Yeah, so basically, we're planning on parking outside Mortimer's.
Yep.
And we're going to have our equipment running. We'll probably have the sound system going. We might even have TRAVLA, testing out some things that you might want to practice for the show.
Awesome.
We'll have, refreshments for people. And, ultimately, we'll just be having a good time. And so, we're kind of like an open VIP event,
cool.
If that makes sense.
It does.
So, we just invite anybody who's interested to participate. And we are inclusive of people. And we're just going to be having a lot of fun.
Cool. And TRAVLA is going to play at 10 p.m.
Yes. Shout out Doomtree.
Shout out Doomtree.
No getaway plans. Roll up in the city, skate everything. Ride up to the store, break everything. Fly into the bank, take everything. Damn. No getaway plan. Lil Thrasher boy, smirk and destroy. Burn till it's ash, make all the noise. Since younger days, batons stay composed. Take all the weight, ain't nothing no.